cooking channel? Cooking show?
You say cooking channel.
Let's get that biscuits and gravy train rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. I wish I could use that song. What's up, everybody? My name is... God, I am low energy today.
Sip it.
Fucking feel like shit. My little pockets are like flailing out. Shut your mouth, oven. I'm in the middle of recording. What's up, everybody? My name is Josh Migliori, and welcome back to another episode of the Running the Pass cooking series. This week, I was kind of at a crossroads, and no, I'm not talking about the movie with Britney Spears. Nice reference. I was, again, just having kind of a hard time coming up with what I wanted to make for the next episode. And luckily, my brother, who just would not stop bombarding me with all of these ideas, one of them clicked. This is something that's near and dear to our hearts and our family. When we were kids, we would spend some of our summers down in Alabama. That's right, Alabama. And our aunt and uncle would always make biscuits and gravy. It is hearty, it is a full meal, and it is just fucking delicious, folks. So today, we're not just going to the grocery store and buying some ground sausage. No, no way, no way. Stop it. If you even think about that, watch this video, take a second, and just say, because you can. I believe in you. Today, we are grinding our own sausage. That's right, grinding our own sausage. And not just sweet Italian sausage. No. Not in this household, not today. Today, we are making hot Italian sausage. And we are going to make a wonderful, delicious, hearty, thick gravy that goes over wonderful homemade biscuits. So you know what, folks? I'm done talking about it. So let's all be about it. Get on that biscuits and gravy train, and let's get rolling.
Step one is preparing the pork. Okay, folks, so we're starting out today with a 4-pound boneless pork butt. 3 large garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of fennel seed, 1 tablespoon of whole black peppercorns, a whole bunch of spicy red pepper, around a tablespoon of both garlic powder and onion powder, about 5 tablespoons of that good paprika. I am seriously all thumbs today. And today we're not just using a regular chef's knife. We're busting out the big boys. Shout out to Dale Strong for making some quality knives. So first things first, we're going to want to divide our pork butt into 4 sections. Then once we've divided our pork butt into 4 sections, we're taking each section and cutting them into long strips. The reason for using this method, instead of cutting them into a bunch of small chunks, is once we feed this into the meat grinder, using the strip method, your ratio between meat and fat will be more cohesive and even rather than an uneven amount of meat to fat ratio that makes this simple process more labor intensive. So basically, just follow what I'm saying, use the strip method, and would you look at that? We're ready for seasoning. Take your fennel seed and your black peppercorns and add them to a pan. Toast them for just a few minutes on a medium-high heat, and once they're toasted, grab a grinder. If you don't have one of these, a mortar and pestle is fine. The whole goal here is to grind this down into a fine powder. Next, finely dice your garlic cloves. Now, you're going to want to keep your salt ratio to 2% of your mixture. Basically, 10 grams per 1 pound of meat. 10 grams is about a half a tablespoon. So I have 4 pounds of meat here, which means a little over 2.5 tablespoons. Next, add your ground up fennel seed and black peppercorns. A hefty amount of crushed red pepper flakes because in this household, you know we like it spicy. Add about a tablespoon of both the garlic powder and onion powder. Then you'll add about 4 to 5 tablespoons of that smoked paprika. Again, use the good stuff. Then add your finely diced garlic, all of it. Then you're going to want to massage all of those seasonings into your meat. Just when you think you've done enough, you haven't. Once your seasonings are well incorporated into your meat, flatten out on your sheet pan, and this is ready to go into the freezer. This should take about 20 to 30 minutes or until the edges are firm. Step 2 is grinding the pork. Look at that, folks. We hooked ourselves up with a meat grinder. Alright, so this step's pretty simple. Simply take your firm pork strips and grind them. I simply use the method of using pieces with less fat and then using a piece with more fat. Step 3 is making biscuits. Add 4 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 cup of cake flour, 1.5 tablespoons of aluminum-free baking powder, then add 1 tablespoon of salt and 1 tablespoon of sugar that wasn't filmed, and then sift into your bowl. And ta-da, dry mixture. Then take 4 frozen sticks of butter, roll them in your dry mixture, and shred them like those heavy metal hippies. Once all that butter is shredded, simply toss it in your dry mixture to get it well incorporated and coated. That way it prevents the butter from clumping together. Next, for the wet ingredients, you'll need 3 eggs cracked into your bowl, 1 cup of plain yogurt, 1.25 cups of buttermilk. Then simply whisk your mixture until well incorporated. I don't know why my camera cut off here, but just simply add your wet mixture to your dry mixture and mix it. You can use a stand mixer here, or you could be a savage like me and mix it by hand. Then you're going to want to lightly dust your surface with flour and then roll your dough gently onto your surface. I prefer to use the stacking method when making biscuits. Simply divide your dough in half and stack them on top of each other and gently press them together. You'll repeat this process 4 to 6 times. The whole goal here is to create as many flaky layers as possible. Next, simply roll your dough out to be at least 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch in thickness. Next, simply use your biscuit cutter measuring cup and firmly cut out your biscuits. Any leftover dough is still usable. Simply roll it back out to the preferred thickness and keep cutting out your biscuits until it's all used up. And just like that, your biscuits should look like this. Thick biscuits. Thick skits? Is that a word? Anyways, place your biscuits onto a sheet pan that's lined with parchment paper, then simply brush the tops with melted butter and place into an oven that's been preheated at 425 degrees and cook them for 16 to 18 minutes. Once they are done, they should look just as beautiful as these bad Larrys. Step 4 is making Southern style gravy. Okay, so we're starting out with making our roux, which is 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour. Cook this for just a couple minutes until that raw flour taste is out. Next, you'll add 2 cups of whole milk to your roux. Now, you're going to want to do this slowly. If you were to dump all of that milk into your roux, it wouldn't get thick. It would get lumpy and gross, and we're just not going to start our gravy off that way, okay? Then add a little pinchy of salt and a lot of pinchy of pepper. And then simply whisk together over medium-high heat until your gravy becomes thick. Step 5 is cooking the sausage. Slam your sausage into a pan, then simply break down into smaller bite-sized pieces and cook over medium-high heat for about 10 minutes until it's cooked all the way through. Then add your sausage to your gravy. Make sure to scrape up all those tidbits and fat juices from your pan and add that to the gravy too. You're just adding flavor and again depth to this gravy. And then whisk together, and look at that, folks. Wonderful Southern style sausage gravy. Step 6 is plating. Alright folks, so the plating for this is pretty simple. We're not busting out any fancy tweezers. First, we're going to start out with these wonderful buttery biscuits. No added butter whatsoever. Look at those. Flaky, full of layers, right on. Bust open 2 of those biscuits, ladle on some of that gravy, then crown that biscuit queen and add a little bit more on top, because why not, folks? Simply repeat the process with the other biscuit and there you have it. Southern style biscuits and gravy. It is such a simple and hearty dish, but it is so delicious. Get those pictures for the gram.
All right, folks, and just like that, another week down and another recipe smashed. As you saw in this video, we have those flaky and buttery biscuits. I mean, there is so much butter in them, you need nothing else other than this beautiful gravy. We made it from scratch, and we added that wonderful spicy Italian sausage. We toasted the fennel, the black pepper, ground it ourselves. It makes me feel good inside, and if you do it at home, it'll make you feel good inside. The only thing that's gonna make you feel better is diving into this dish, which, as always, I'm gonna do right now. Oh boy. Gotta get a little bite of everything. Get some sausage, get some flaky biscuit. Here we go. I know I say it time and time again, but this is unreal. It's unreal. Unbelievable. Hands down, the best biscuits and gravy that I've had and that you'll have if you follow this. You trail off that recipe, no good. Follow this recipe. It's buttery, it's flaky, it's spicy, it's peppery, and it's just freaking wonderful. Everyone, thank you so much for following along. Please remember to like, listen, subscribe, follow us on all social media, which is in the link in the description below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.